Alright guys, hope you're good. In today's video I'm gonna be showing you a typical drum bass processing scenario for one of my drum and bass tracks. I'm gonna be taking you through a real track that I'm working on and kind of showing you what I like to do on the drum bass these days. Just doing some compression, working with the dynamics, making it tighter, that kind of thing. This is a short version of the video. You can get the full-length videos through Patreon. So you get access to full videos and all kinds of other stuff and support my work at the same time. The link you'll find in the description box below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, enjoy the video and we're just gonna hop straight into it. Here's a track I'll be working on for a couple of days. I thought I would talk a little bit about the drum bass today. First of all, we want to get some compression going with some attitude. This is a plugin from Plugin Alliance. And it's a plugin developed by Paul Frindle, who actually used to work on who developed some of the SSL desks back in the 80s. So yeah, some serious pedigree behind this plugin. I'm just capturing the spectrum here. So it's a prismatic compressor. They're saying it's like a multi-band compression, but with like 100 bands or something like that. Now let's see what we can do. I just like this plugin because of the way it sounds. It sounds gritty when you push it, and it gives you nice dynamics. Not always, but a lot of the time. So I'm gonna turn down the decay, turn up the attack, turn on the limiting. So it brings out the mids and it really just distorts a little bit. The limiting is quite nice on this. It sounds old school. It sounds kind of like my old Roland S60 sampler that I used to have back in the day. This is an SSL type of unit, just pretty basic. Let's try. I usually try a couple of different ones. I tried the long attack and this kind of just small movement type of setting. Let's see. So we're bringing out that movement in there, some aggression. So now we're gonna take that even further. At this point, I usually like to add a limiter. So another limiter. The purpose of this limiter is twofold. First of all, I had to use it again for some saturation, some clipping, slight distortion, so the sound, and also we want to use it to control the transients, because we're going to start working with the transients soon. Clipping this a little bit. We've got several different clipping algorithms. I tend to like need to a lot of the time. Now we're just gonna turn up the limiting just so it's barely touching it like that. Turn down this one. Okay, so limiting is set up. Now we can start to work on the transients. Let's first of all try my favorite one, the Waves Trans X. And I just like to use the wide version. There's a multi-band version as well, but this doesn't sound as good as the wide version does. I think I just like this wide band version of this plugin. So really, there's a lot of transient shapes out there, but not many of them sound like this one. It's a really solid kind of smack that it gives. And that's why I like this one a lot. Let's see where we're at. Sounding pretty good. Let's see in the full context of the track. So a bit too heavy on the high mids probably. So it's gone from light and dynamic to tight and upfront. That's what I'm after. So My main tool for working with transients these days is the Multiplicity DMG audio, as well as the limitless plugin there. So let's turn this Trans X off for now. We're probably gonna come back to it as the final touch. But let's start with this. I have a preset here called Bus Dynamics that I like to use, that I've crafted myself. So as you can see, it's already doing a ton of stuff. Just getting those transients going. So this is a multi-band processor that can compress, it can expand, it can do downward, upward, compression, expansion, anything you like. It can do even as an EQ. So I've got 5 different bands set up here from the subs to the very top end, and I'm just gonna go through each one and just set them up. Now for the second band, the next band here, this is doing compression, and I want to get this to do a little bit of pumping. So let's see. Yeah, that's more like it, and then we're just gonna have to turn down again. With this plugin you can have it affect the processing, the settings here. You can have it affect the dynamic part of the signal or just the transients or anything in between. But in this case I wanna get some pumping going on, so I don't wanna affect the transients. So it's really nice to be able to do that. So I can just do affect the dynamic parts of the signal, and then it lets the transients go through unaffected, so it doesn't kill the transients in this band. It just I'm just pumping the dynamics. But it's definitely bringing, you can hear it's bringing back the transients. And remember, we still have the limiter on here, so it's pushing the transients into the clipper and the limiter here. So we're clipping by 7 dB here. Let's turn this off. Let's make it a little bit louder as well. Let's turn this down. But you can see that it's quite a difference that this plugin makes. The transients are way all over the place right now. It's just snapping too much, way too much. So we wanna deal with that. So first of all, we're gonna use the clipping here. It's already sounding a lot better. Let's see how far we can push this one. So we're starting to lose definition there, so this is pretty good. And now we're probably gonna do a little bit of limiting as well to make it nice for the master bus. We're gonna at the final stage do some more processing in the master bus, so we're gonna have to be mindful here not to squash it too much, but definitely want to squash it a little bit. And that's just the vibe I'm going for with this track. Because we set this up without these processors, so now that these are here, you can start experimenting and fine-tuning everything. This is pretty much what I like to do on the drum bus these days. Just going pretty heavily, and it's really unorthodox for many people, but I just do what works for you, right? So anyways, that's the topic of today's video. Hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments any questions, any feedback, any ideas for future videos, and anything I can do to make these videos better. I'd love to hear it, and looking forward to hearing your thoughts. And this is just a glimpse into how I like to work right now on the drum bus. So I'm not implying you should work this way, but yeah, it just works for me right now, and the type of sound I'm going for. Maybe that gives you some food for thought for your own work. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. All right, take care and have a nice weekend.